Alright, buckle up, because I'm Marcus, and today we diving straight into some of the nastiest hygiene habits from history that will seriously make you rethink modern soap and water. I'm starting gross and somehow ending even worse, because humans have always been creative, desperate, and honestly unhinged when it came to staying clean or avoiding problems. First up, pig toilets, which sound cute like a cartoon idea, but were actually a real thing used in ancient China for managing human waste. The setup was wild. A small toilet house was built right above a pigsty, with a chute that dropped human waste directly down to waiting pigs. Yep, as people used the toilet, everything fell straight into the pig pen, where pigs would eat the waste as part of their regular diet. As nasty as it sounds, the system was meant to recycle waste efficiently, since pigs could digest it and later produce manure used as fertilizer. Other food scraps were tossed in too, so technically the pigs got a balanced diet, which feels wrong but was considered smart back then. On paper, pig toilets worked, but in real life they came with huge problems, starting with the smell, which must have been absolutely brutal. Then there's animal welfare, because feeding pigs human waste non-stop is already questionable, even by ancient standards with very loose rules. Worse, if pigs didn't eat everything, leftover waste could leak into soil and water, contaminating nearby groundwater and surrounding environments fast. Disease was another big issue, since humans and pigs stayed close together, sharing waste spaces, creating perfect conditions for sickness to spread. Parasites made it even scarier, because a parasite could pass from human to pig, then back to humans when pigs were later slaughtered. It was basically a gross loop of infection that never ended, the circle of life, but make it disgusting and medically terrifying. Even though modern sanitation replaced pig toilets, versions of them were still found in parts of Asia as recently as the early 2000s. I've got questions though. Like, did the pigs know what was happening, or did they get excited when someone walked into the toilet shack? Either way, I'm already disturbed, and trust me, we're just getting started with this list of historical hygiene nightmares. Number 2 is wigs, which were insanely popular in Europe during the 17th and 18th centuries, especially among wealthy and fashionable people. What nobody talks about is that these wigs were almost never washed and quickly became luxury homes for lice and crawling bugs. People wore these wigs daily, so every morning you get dressed and plop a full-blown lice nest right onto your head. Wigs helped hide hair loss caused by diseases like syphilis, letting people look stylish and convince dates they were totally healthy. They also allowed fancy hairstyles without washing natural hair, which barely happened back then, meaning wigs stayed dirty for long periods. Since real hair wasn't washed often, wigs were treated the same way, creating the perfect gross environment for bugs to thrive. Wigs fit tightly against the scalp, trapping heat and moisture, basically turning your head into a warm spa for lice reproduction. Some wigs were made from animal hair, especially horsehair, which could already carry lice that transferred straight to humans. To hide the smell, people used scented powders, but here's the twist: those perfumes actually attracted even more bugs. So instead of fixing the problem, they just made their wig smell nicer while it crawled with extra insects. I'm not asking for shampoo, but come on, at least rinse the thing in a river once in a while. Number 3 gets worse. Urine as a facial cleanser, because history somehow decided pee belonged on your face. This wasn't rare either. Cultures from medieval Europe to ancient Rome and China regularly rubbed urine on their skin. In medieval Europe, people lacked clean water and perfumes, so urine became the closest thing to scented cleaning liquid. Ancient Chinese medicine believed urine had balancing properties, while Romans trusted the ammonia to clean faces, clothes, and floors. Imagine a Roman waking up, peeing into their hands, washing their face, then dumping more urine into laundry and kitchens. I just hope hydration was part of the routine, because that's a lot of commitment to one bodily fluid. Common people used their own urine, but wealthy elites preferred urine collected from public urinals, which somehow feels worse. Using your own waste is gross enough, but trusting a stranger's urine on your face is next-level unhinged behavior. At what point did humans decide waste equals cleanliness, and who was brave enough to suggest it out loud first? I truly wish I could have been in that meeting, because history kept saying yes instead of shutting it down fast. And somehow, it didn't stop there, because people decided urine shouldn't just touch faces, but mouths too. So yeah, I joked earlier, but people really did use urine as mouthwash. And I'm Marcus, telling you history somehow always finds new ways to disappoint us. Ancient Romans, Chinese, French in the 18th century, and even some Indian cultures believed urine could clean mouths and kill germs. The logic was simple but wrong. Urine was thought to be sterile and antiseptic, something modern science has completely shut down hard. People believed ammonia inside urine would kill bacteria, whiten teeth, and leave mouths fresh, which is a wild definition of fresh. Wealthy Romans already collecting urine for cleaning figured, why not save an extra jug for nightly mouth rinsing before bed? The philosopher Seneca supported this idea, which feels ironic since he also said wise things about suffering and reality. I guess wisdom has limits, because imagining famous thinkers gargling pee before sleep really changes how you view history books. Some cultures tried improving the experience by adding herbs or plant mixtures, at least attempting to mask the taste and smell. Romans and Europeans, though, usually took it straight, no additives, no chaser, just raw commitment to bad decisions. In ancient Indian medicine, cow urine was often used instead, due to the cow's sacred religious importance in Hindu culture. Even today, some regions still use cow urine in traditional practices, showing how long these beliefs can stick around. Still, mouthwash made from urine sounds like something invented during a dare that went way too far. Next up is mouse brain toothpaste, and yes, this somehow involves the Romans again, because of course it does. Romans cared deeply about dental hygiene and made toothpaste from charcoal, ash, crushed shells, bones, mint, honey, and myrrh. And somehow they thought crushed mouse brains would improve cleaning power and freshen breath, which feels extremely questionable. Brains were dried, ground into powder, mixed with other ingredients, then combined with honey to form a thick paste. So imagine brushing your teeth with honey, urine, and mouse brain dust, hoping your breath smells better afterward. As nasty as it sounds, Roman dental health was actually impressive compared to other people from that time period. Excavated skeletons from Pompeii and Herculaneum show most Romans had their teeth, with very few cavities found. So while their ingredient list was horrifying, their results were surprisingly solid, which makes this even more confusing. I'm not saying I'll try it, but clearly something about their routine worked despite the nightmare fuel ingredients. Now for number 6, crocodile dung contraceptives, because ancient Egypt truly said let's make this as uncomfortable as possible. Medical texts like the Ebers Papyrus describe early contraceptives meant to block sperm or make conditions hostile for pregnancy. Unfortunately, women carried most of the burden, inserting substances into their bodies to prevent pregnancy. Ingredients included honey, cotton seeds, soaked linens, citrus juice, and yes, literal crocodile dung. Crocodile dung was mixed with fermented dough made from water and plant materials, then inserted as a barrier. Why anyone thought animal waste belonged there is unclear, but crocodiles held cultural and religious importance in Egypt. That may explain the choice, but it definitely doesn't make it safer or less horrifying. The fermented dough likely helped to create a paste thick enough to block sperm, but soft enough to actually insert. Even with that logic, this method was likely ineffective and extremely dangerous for women's health. Animal dung could introduce harmful bacteria, causing infections, inflammation, and serious reproductive damage. This wasn't just uncomfortable, it was risky, painful, and probably terrifying for anyone forced to use it. Sure, some people complain about modern contraceptives, but this ancient method was miserable for everyone involved. Looking back at all this, it's wild how far humans went just to solve basic problems with limited knowledge. Hygiene, beauty, health, and safety were all guesses wrapped in tradition, fear, and sometimes straight-up nonsense. It makes modern soap, toothpaste, and condoms feel like absolute miracles we don't appreciate enough. History isn't just kings and wars, it's also people rubbing pee on faces and calling it self-care. Every time you brush your teeth or wash your hands, remember someone once used mouse brains and hoped for the best. So yeah, humans have always been creative, desperate, and weird, and honestly that hasn't changed much. If nothing else, this should make you grateful you live now and not during the age of pig toilets, and if this didn't ruin your appetite, trust me, history has plenty more where this came from. Like, subscribe, and share.